Hey yo, this is Dash, and today is Saturday, February 13th, 2016, and I really wanted to just pull up the camera for a quick second. I'm actually cooking. I've been up for a couple hours cooking, and just wanted to talk to you about cooking in the cold. So, currently right now, it is 20 or 21 degrees in Baltimore. When I started my fire this morning, it was like 18 or 19 degrees. And I thought I was going to have a little bit of a difficult time, but I cheated. This morning, before I put the fire starters into the firebox, I put a little bit of lighter fluid in there because the wood is so cold, and I've been having difficulty the last couple times that I used wood, that I wanted to make sure that my fire worked, and it did. So I'm really happy and excited about the fact that my fire started out, and I didn't lose time, because the last fire I made, and it wasn't this cold, but it was probably in the low 30s, like it was high 20s, low 30s. It took me like an hour and a half to get my fire going to the point where I could it actually took me an hour and a half to just get the fire going. My fire had gone out, and there was a lot of problems, and it was very problematic. Today, I had my fire up and rolling, and in less than an hour, like it might have been 45 minutes from the time that I lit the fire to time it was up to temperature, and I had to throttle it back because it was too hot. So, all right, so talking more about cooking in the cold, and as you can see, the little path I created a couple weeks ago walking in the snow, it actually snowed a little bit this morning. It was snowing at like 4 in the morning, and it was coming down, something vicious. Whoa, you almost bust my ass right there. All right, so talking about cooking in the cold before I get inside the building, inside my garage. This thing always wants to talk on camera. So before I get in the garage, cooking in the cold. You see, I have on a hoodie. I have on a Scully, wool cap, thick hoodie, insulated, and then I have on a thick sweater. And the sweater, it comes up high on my neck to keep my neck warm. And I don't have any gloves on currently because I just walked out of the house and I haven't been out in the cold for that long. I have on my Timbs, my steel-toed Timbs, and then these pants are actually they're flannel lined, so I'm pretty damn warm. So I'm out at the smoker, and my temp has dropped down a little bit. I want to keep it rated about 250 for this cook, because it's pretty darn cold out, and I want to hurry this thing along. All right. So got my light. Let me show you what I'm working with today. So, of course, first and foremost, we have a couple briskets. We have some chickens. There's some chicken thighs, some wings. Let me get a glove on because this is hot. We have some pork shoulder. That's going to be pulled pork. You see some baby back ribs. This is a pork loin, like a 10-pound pork loin. This is lamb, and there's some sausage. So I'm doing, little things, some different things today. Sausage being one of the things is different. The pork loin being another. Never done a loin before. Kirk, shout out to Kirk for hooking me up. He gave me some pointers and tips on that. But honestly enough, this is Bessie, and as you can see, Bessie's not, she's pretty full, but I've had more stuff, you know, in here before. I tell you what, cooking in the cold is, cooking in the cold with a wood fire is not that much different than cooking in the summer. The only thing that I will tell you that is imperative is preheating your wood, one, and having extra fuel on hand. Because you're going to go through more fuel than you would during the summer, just because there's a lot of heat, you know, a lot of waste with the cold taking the heat out of the smoker itself. And other than that, you know, pretty much it's all the same. Once you get your fire going, you just have to keep it going and keep it ramped up. So cooking in the cold, to me, not that much different than cooking, you know, in the summer or cooking when it's cool. Except for just having extra clothes on, honestly enough. And that's more or less to just deal with having to sit out here near the fire. But I'll tell you what, one of the other things too, in the summer, I think I try to sit as far away from the smoker as possible. During the winter, obviously, I sit as close as possible to the fire and the firebox, okay? Because it is like a little radiator, it's like a heater. No like about it. I mean, these are the intake dampers, and I mean, just standing right here, I'm getting warm. I need to invest in a wireless infrared thermometer at some point, maybe, so that I can see what some of those temperatures are around the smoker and things like that. But nonetheless, thanks for watching. Hopefully, you know, this was insightful on how I cook in the cold.